Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome. My name is Maddie, and today I'll be sharing my TBR for the Buzzword Read-A-Thon. The Buzzword Read-A-Thon is back so soon. It just happened in January, and it's already back in March, which I think is awesome because I really love this read-a-thon. This is a read-a-thon where the hosts pick a common word that is used in book titles, and you have to read books that have that word in the title. And for this round, it's gotten a little interesting because there is not only one word, but several words that you can pick from, and that is who, what, where, when, why, and how. All of the question words, which I think was such a good idea. So you can read books with the same word, or you can read books that have each of these words in the titles, and that's what I chose to do. I chose a book for every question word, and those are the books that I'm putting on my TBR. So I have 6 books on my TBR. Will I get to them all? We'll see, probably not, but I'm definitely going to try. I will leave a link to Books and Lala's announcement video, and also Chelsea from Darling Reads. They are the hosts for this round, and if you want to know more about the read-a-thon, check out those links and you'll get all the details. So let's just get into my TBR. For the Who book, I chose Atheists Who Kneel and Pray by Taryn Fisher. I have read one book, or actually 2 books by this author in the same series, and that is The Opportunist. Loved that book. I thought it was so good, so I'm really excited to read another book from her. I've heard quite a few good things about this book. Some mixed reviews, but I am very interested in it. From what I can remember, it's about this guy who uses this girl as his muse. I can't remember if he's an artist, if he's a musician. I cannot remember, but I do remember that detail in it. So I'm very interested in it. I want to know what the title means to this book because it's such a unique and interesting title, Atheists Who Kneel and Pray. I have heard that it has nothing to do with religion though, at all. I'm guessing the title is some sort of metaphor, so I'm excited to find out what the title means to this book. I'm like very interested to. So I think this might be the first book I get to in this read-a-thon because I'm really looking forward to this one. So I should be able to read this one for sure. Next is the What book. For that I chose Whatever Life Throws at You by Julie Cross. This book has been on my TBR for years. I actually do own this book. I don't have it with me right now, but I do own it, and I've had it forever, so I think this read-a-thon will finally move me to get to this book. It is a YA contemporary about the guy is involved in some sport. I think it's baseball, so it is a sports romance book. Not reading about sports is not my favorite thing, but I still am going to give this one a try and see how it goes. It is a romance book, a YA romance, and that is one of my favorite genres, so I should be able to like this one. The next one is the Where book, and I chose This Is Where It Ends by Mariki Nijkamp, another book that's been on my TBR for way too long, and this one is a thriller about a school shooting. And I have mentioned this before, I like reading about school shootings, which makes me feel horrible because school shootings are just the worst and they happen in real life, sadly. But I just love reading about school shootings. I find them so interesting. So I'm very intrigued by this book. I've heard great things about it, and I think I'm starting to get into the mood for a thriller. So this one should whet my appetite for a thriller, and we'll see if I like it. For my Win book, I chose When We Collided by Emery Lord. This is a YA contemporary, and I have never read a book by this author, but I have heard about her, so I really want to try one of her books out. I have heard great things about this one, and I particularly love the cover so much. Really want to read it, so hopefully I will get to it. The Y book was really hard for me to find. I do know popular books that have Y in the title, but they're both books that I just wasn't interested in reading, so I really had to dig for a Y book. So hard. There's not a lot of books that have Y in the title. So I just browsed on Goodreads for books that have Y in the title, and I came across this book that I had never heard about before, but the cover really caught my eye, so I decided to check out the description, and it kind of interested me, and that is Why We Came to the City by Christopher Jansma. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And that cover is just so beautiful that it made me want to pick up the book, and this is why we do judge books on their covers, sadly. Like, I really, really love this cover, and the description did really intrigue me. It is an adult contemporary about these group of people who go to New York and they like reunite, and then something bad happens. Another really bad description on my part, but it sounded interesting, so I'm going to give it a try. I really have gotten into reading books that I know nothing about, that I've never heard before, and sometimes I do find some hidden gems in like books that I've never heard about before and just find them out on my own. So we'll see if that's the case with this book. And then lastly is the How book. For that, I chose How to Love by Katie Cotugno. I have been meaning to get to this book for ages, and I've never read a book by this author, but again, this is an author that I've heard so much about and really want to try one of her books. And all I know about this book is that the main character is pregnant, and that's all I know. And I think she gets involved with this guy who helps her throughout her pregnancy. There is some pregnancy aspect to it, so it sounds really good. It is another YA romance, so we'll see if I like it. So those were the books that I am going to try to read for the Buzzword Read-A-Thon. If you are participating in this read-a-thon, let me know. Let me know the books that you plan to read. I would love to know. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below for more bookish-related videos. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter because I post a lot on there, and I will be updating my thoughts on the books I read during this read-a-thon on there. So if you are interested in that, be sure to follow me on there. The link to that is in the description. I upload 2 to 3 times a week, and I'll be back really soon. Bye!